back and do what I was gonna do if I never came.
Did you ever see the Mad TV? We watched some Mad cartoons. They had a really good joke of making, like, they blended Rio and Green Lantern together.
Oh god.
They're two terrible movies. And there was like just one scene that made me laugh so hard, and it was like this one main character.
There's
like,
your bad Michael Cera movie.
This one evil guy walks out. He's like, "You can't touch me, Green Lanterns, because I'm wearing yellow." And one of the guys just walks up and punches him in the face. He's like, "We can't use your powers on you, but we can still punch you in the face."
I had troubles getting over the fact that the evil yellow guy, which wasn't yellow. He looked like one of those like ash snakes that you burn on 4th of July. When you have really lame parents.
Honestly, it was a really stupid. Like, I don't know, I never liked the whole...
The only fun part about that movie was the egghead guy that was just insane. He was having, you could tell he was the one person, one actor in the entire...
was the best.
You could tell he was like the one actor in the entire movie that was having so much fun with his role. Because he was just, and then he just kind of, he's gone now.
Yeah.
There's entire characters now.
I'm just glad that they don't have like a Justice League movie coming out.
Yeah.
And trying to, I like the Marvel Avengers idea.
Because Marvel can make pretty consistently good movies.
Well, they've proven that, yeah. They've definitely proven that they can keep a continuity going on, and people are still like, okay, I'm not wondering what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, same with Captain America, still a fantastic movie, if you don't give a shit what the hell he found, what artifact it was. If you didn't watch Thor, you didn't have to...
They're smart enough to stick with characters that are sort of in the public knowledge.
Yeah.
And they avoid the more obscure ones that would really confuse the shit out of people.
Well, Thor's kind of like that, though. You gotta have a little bit of head in the clouds to be like, Norse god walking around among men with a hammer that no one else can pick up? I'm intrigued.
Thor is surprising and strange, but I think everyone knows who he is, at least.
Well, yeah.
And that's the thing about Thor and Captain America that both surprised me. They were both superhero movies that were made modern age that weren't about anything besides a superhero. And that was really refreshing, because you have like all these movies like where it's like Batman's throwing all these metaphors down your throat.
Yeah, you're trying to figure out that, like the corruption of governments, and
you have to go through Tony Stark's midlife crisis across 2 movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Captain America is literally like this picture of the American dream. Like, I am this noble, heroic person that's going to kick the evil, almost 2-dimensionally evil bad guy's ass. And then Thor is like, I'm literally a Norse god with a hammer and lightning, and I'm going to fuck some shit up, and that's the whole movie.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know, the only thing that worries me with the Avengers is how they're going to do the Hulk. Because it's not
is the Hulk going to be in it?
Yeah, the Hulk's the main villain.
Which one?
That's what I want to know, because it's not going to be the most recent Hulk that happened.
They're not going to use Ed Norton.
No, because Ed Norton said, he was like, I did my Hulk movie, I want nothing to do with Avengers, because Avengers...
I liked Ed Norton.
Avengers...
I like Ed Norton.
See, the only thing that sucks is because the way, if they're going to take the role of the Avengers, the Hulk is always that retarded person on your team that you hate.
He's the thing.
Yeah, but he's not. And that's what Ed Norton wanted to display, was like, the Hulk's actually pretty if you're not looking at him as an annoying retard killing everybody. And that's how the Avengers...
you look at him as the guy who turns into the Hulk.
Yeah, and so that's, the problem is that on the Avengers, it's always more of like, the Hulk's literally the first reason that they get together as an Avengers team.
He's their versions, at least functionally, like during the team itself, he's kind of like their team's version of fucking Aquaman. Where he's just kind of this retarded character.
But the sad thing is like, he's actually, I don't know, it's hard because the Hulk's actually a really good superhero. It's just the fact that you have to look at it in the prism of, when was the last time you've been so angry you've been able to control a 20-ton beast? If, it's like, would you be able to just like, logically think being in an invoked rage? And people are like, no. Come on, he's like a fucking 20-ton thing walking around, destroying buildings, just going after one thing. It's not like he's sitting there like, Hulk wants to kill everyone. No, he's like, Hulk killed you! Your face ugly! And he's like chasing him, and he's like, well, I'm gonna run through a crowd of people. What are you gonna do about it, Hulk? You're a superhero. Hulk don't care! Hulk smash! And Hulk kill like everybody. And everybody, well, why would a superhero do that? Because he wants that motherfucker dead! And that's a good reason to go kill people. Get out of the little Hulk's way. It's not like you can't see him coming. It's like the Hulk sitting there like sneaking around. He's all like, Hulk being quiet. Hulk sneaky. No, Hulk's like running up the street and everybody's like, I feel an earthquake. What is that? And you look down the street, it's like a giant big thing bigger than like a bus in a car. And you're like,
on top of the screen.
I should probably move.
That sketching show that you're doing starting to rub off on you.
Yeah, it's just like,
Hulk being quiet.
But it's like, I can't imagine why the Hulk is portrayed as such a bad guy. I don't like that. And that's what the Avengers is basically. The Hulk on the first Avengers is going to be the bad guy. Like, they all get together and they're like, Hulk, knock it off, and Hulk like
he's kind of like this sort of overdoing it character. Like he's the kind of character that it's the equivalent of like the army instead of like the government instead of sending like a SWAT team to take out a guy, they go after him with like a tactical like nuke. That's the Hulk.
Well, yeah, but
he gets the job done. He got the bad guy. But it's like there's like nothing there now.
Well, and I mean, but the thing about the Hulk is that like it's not like Bruce Banner's going out and trying to like get pissed off.
That's his name. I did not know his name.
Yeah, and remember Stanley always does.
Bruce Wayne.
Stanley always does the same letter of first and last names, aside from Tony Stark. That was the only one that he didn't do. Like Peter Parker.
Is that his favorite?
That's his MO. No, he did it on accident. He didn't think about it. It was like Peter Parker, Bruce Banner, Steve Rogers was the same difference. But no, it's like if you, it's annoying because the Hulk is one of those kind of characters that you can. There's a lot to him. It's just people don't really want to take the time because it's just like, oh, giant green thing destroys things. You're like, well, you got to think about the fact Bruce Banner's just sitting here going around pissing people off. I mean, he's like, yo, bro, I want to do science. Can I do science? And they're like, fuck your science, breaking your shit, attacking your girlfriend. It's like, you're just gonna piss me off, asshole. I'm the Hulk. Why would you do that? Like, the guy's walking into a nuclear base and started kicking the bomb. What are you gonna do about a nuke? Huh? Explode? Explode? The nuke's like, yeah, explode. And then you're like, well, I didn't see that coming. Well, you just kicked the nuke, jackass! What do you expect? Like, I can't imagine someone walks up to like Bruce Banner, slaps him in the face, and goes, "What are you mad, bro?" Well, yeah. Now I'm mad, and now you're gonna die. It's like, oh well, I didn't think about that.
I'm kind of surprised they're gonna use the Hulk at all.
They have to if they want to keep it if they want to keep the continuity going.
Did Samuel Jackson show up in the Hulk movie?
Yes, he did.
Oh god. What bothers me is that they had one Hulk, and then they have Ed Norton, and they're gonna have a third Hulk, all within the same decade. Do they not think that's gonna confuse the shit out of anyone watching the movie?
Come on, do you remember the old Hulk movie from 2000?
I do not remember who played him, but I remember a lot from the movie.
Do you remember a lot?
I remember like the freaking like
did you like
the
it?
helicopter like desert scene, and there was like a really. It's like an underwater boss fight. I could not understand what was going on.
Do you remember like anything about that movie being good?
No, it was
exactly.
Not good.
That's how people are going to kind of.
All I could think about when I watched the second one was how much better it was than the first one.
Yeah. I have a question.
Yes.
So what is the biggest difference between Marvel and DC?
The publishers.
They
publish different.
Honestly,
things.
the biggest difference.
Name a superhero, and I'll tell you which one it's from. I hope.
I hope. Well, it's kind of hard.
That's cheating. That's manga.
Vertigo.
Manga.
Vertigo.
That's why I thought it was manga. But then I saw Vlogbrothers and someone thanked him for pronouncing it correctly, and I was confused.
What, manga?
No, it's something completely different. It confused the shit out of me.
What?
No idea.
Unless you're talking about unless you're saying it in Japanese, it's manga or manga.
What was the one you said?
What
Vertigo.
Are you making these up? I'm sure.
Sandman is a Vertigo character,
Oh.
which is a mix between DC and Marvel.
Who?
Vertigo.
It is not a mix.
Is it
DC?
Is it a character from either DC or Marvel?
It's technically from DC, but it's actually in a category from Vertigo, which is.
Vertigo isn't a DC or Marvel category.
Actually, Vertigo is a company above Marvel and DC.
Yeah, but it's not. But
no, DC and Marvel are like they're publishers. They're not genres or anything.
Yeah, they're their own separate publishers. Meaning their characters, like Batman, is owned by DC. It's not owned by anybody.
Like the Justice League is DC.
Yeah.
The Avengers are Marvel, and the X-Men are Marvel. Yeah. And Watchmen is DC technically. Well, it's published by DC. I don't think they own the characters.
And seriously, if you look at
that'd be a dick movie to use any of those guys ever again.
Who, Watchmen?
Yeah, like reuse them in other continuity.